Hello friends, my name is Ramsu. Today we'll discuss about the topic software as a service or SaaS. Friend, this is a very important topic and we have taken this topic from computer science, and if you're a student of computer science or studying computer science in university, so this is a very important topic and you will see this topic in the exam, and at least 4 to 5 questions will definitely be there in the exam of computer science in which your concept related to software as a service or SaaS will be judged. Secondly, if you are a professional person and working in any organization related to software or IT, so again this is a very important topics and you must have to understand that how to use this concept and how to how to use different softwares as a service. So friend, let's just start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. So let's just start. Software as a service, SaaS. Friend, software as a service, a short form is SaaS, also known as SaaS, is a cloud-based service where instead of downloading software your desktop PC or business network to run and update, you instead access an application via an internet browser. The software application could be anything from office software to unified communication among a wide range of other business apps that are available. See friend, this was only just a definition. Just try to understand the main concept here. Software as a service, for example friend, just take an example, like for example you are working in any organization in any firm and you need accounting software through which you can do the accounting calculations and store your data. So normally what happened, like normally we use some desktop software. Desktop means that you will install it through some USB or some CD drive and install it on your desktop PC. Okay, and it will reside on your desktop system. Like for example, my own system will contain the information, like it will have the client, it will become a client and it will connect to server, and through the client server architecture we use the desktop application. So whenever we need to use the my accounting system, for example I have to open my system, I have to log in my accounting system, and then I can perform the accounting operations. So this is a very simple example of desktop PC. Desktop PC, client server architecture. Client my own system, and server means some server which is software, which is hardware, which is giving me services of server, like processing my request of accounting. It will also a computer system. So now it is an example of desktop system. Now friend, software as a service or SaaS, what does it mean basically? SaaS means cloud, means that all the services will reside remotely, and what we do, we need the internet connection, we log in into the application through the through the browser, and I will access my system by accessing the login ID and password, and then I can perform all the operation. However, all the data will be reside remotely, or the whole application will reside remotely. The hardware, software, all things are uh, available remotely or on cloud. Cloud means remotely. Okay, it will not reside in your own system, in your own building. It will reside somewhere, like in USA server or in Canada server. So it will reside somewhere else. However, you are accessing the app, you are just accessing the system through the browser. You just need the internet access. You just open the browser, enter your login ID and password, and then you can access the application. When you have accessed the application, you just logged out and close the application. So now it's a totally different model which is called as software as a service. Whenever you need to access the system, you can just open the system. Like for example, you are going somewhere, like you are in the car and you just need to perform some accounting operations, so you can just open the application through your mobile, the browser available in your mobile, and just open the system and just access the or just perform the operations through however you are in the car and you were traveling somewhere. So first of all, you can just imagine the flexibility. Second thing is that you don't need to maintain the hardware, software, database, resources, electricity supply, etc. You don't need to worry about all those things, because all those things will be maintained by the SaaS provider, or service or software as a service provider. He will be responsible to maintain all those things. He will be available. He will be responsible to secure your data. He will be responsible to manage the resources like hardware, software, etc. So all you just need to pay for the services which you are need to perform, only for those things, and all other things will be the responsibility of the person who is person or company who is providing you the SaaS services or software as a services. So you can imagine the ease here, you can imagine the peace of mind here, because in the desktop what happened, all the responsibilities are you at your own end. Like you have to maintain a IT or network department who will be managing all those things. You also need a database administrator all as well, who will be maintaining the database as well. However, in case of the software as a service or SaaS model, you don't need to maintain all those things. You just need to pay for what you are using the services, and you just maintain need the internet access. Advantages: first of all, the accessibility, like you can access the application by using internet server, internet, and by using browser anywhere. Like for example, you are traveling, you can, by traveling you can also use the application. Then next, the update and patches. Like for example, if there's any updates are available, it will automatically be available. If there are any patches will be applied on the system, it will automatically be updated. So you don't need to worry about the any updates or patches. It will be applied whenever it's required, whenever it will be available by the SaaS provider. It is not your responsibility to worry about updates or patches. Hardware will be maintained by the SaaS provider. Like if there is any need to upgrade the hardware, if there is any problem in the hardware, if there is any issue in the hardware, all those things will be maintained by the SaaS provider. Market reach is much more than as compared to desktop application. Why? Because see friend, like if we talk about software as a service model, like from the whole country, like from whole world, anywhere you can access the application if you have the internet access and you have the browser on your system or mobile. So market reach is much bigger than the desktop application, because in the desktop application only the person who has installed your PC, your application, who has the client server architecture, he can use the desktop application. However, in the SaaS model, it is different, because you know that any person in the world can access your application if he pays you, if he purchase your services as a service as a model. Saving and storage is much high. Why? Because see friend, for example, if you are not using, if you have used the accounting software services in this month, however in the next month you don't need, so you don't need to pay for that. You only pay for what you need. For example, you just need, you purchase a license for 3 months, and the next 3 months you don't need the services, so you will only pay how much you utilize the services. Okay, so this is called as the concept of software services. Data storage will be maintained by the SaaS provider, like database administrator. He will be responsible to manage the data and storage, and he is the person from the SaaS provider. Data and analytics, also software as a service companies normally provide you a complete analytical services through which you can see how much you are growing, how much your data is growing, how much information is there. So all the analytics will be provided by the SaaS provider. Friend, the main very big disadvantage of SaaS or software as a service is that the main problem is that the internet access. Many areas are there. If you have a good internet access, so obviously there should not be any problem. However, there are many areas or many regions in the world are there in still the internet connections are not good or not appropriate. So due to that reason, the SaaS model could not be applicable there if you don't have the proper or appropriate internet accessibility. Second disadvantage is that, friend, the all your data, all your information will be reside there. Like for example, you will become totally dependent on the SaaS provider, because see, all your data will be in their hands, on their servers. If at some later stage you decided to move the vendor, to change the vendor, so obviously it will become a huge problem for you, because all your information, all your data is on their servers, it is not on your local system. So thanks a lot for your time, friend. Thank you, and that's all from my side. I hope you like this video. If you like, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thank you.